What's up everyone, Red Eye Reviews here, and I'm here to talk about two of the biggest things going on in movies right now, and of course that is Obsession and Backrooms. Now, I'm glad that both of these films are wiping the floor with Mandalorian and Grogu, which is a piece of corporate slop. Slap! Hooray for indie filmmaking. But to be honest, I'm just going to give you my unfiltered, unscripted opinions and just kind of ramble for a few minutes, so bear with me if you will. Alright, so I'm going to talk about Obsession first. So, I don't know, the film wasn't really creepy or scary for me because, well, I've been with that woman before. I've been in that relationship. I think we all have a Nikki in our past. That being said, I think that aspect worked because it's something we can all identify with. However, the thing I didn't like about Obsession was that it was very by the numbers. It was very easily predictable. Like when he bought the One Wish Willow, and then, you know that once things go sour, he's going to have to go back to that store and try and find out the reasons, this all happened, and something's going to be wrong. They're going to be gone, or the store proprietor is going to say, I don't remember you, or something like that. And I knew that was going to happen, and it did. The whole thing with the college acceptance letters, that was set up, and I knew that by the time she was going to get that last one, it was going to... I just didn't know it was going to involve a brick. So there you go. The movie got me on that.
You got me.
But it was just the classic monkey paw tale, and I've seen that before, and I got kind of frustrated because what got me to see this movie was a lot of people saying how fresh and interesting and new it was. The only thing I really loved about it was Indy Navarrette's performance. Forgive me if I'm butchering her name, but she was the greatest thing about this film, and I think even the people like me who liked it but didn't love it, I think that we can all agree that she was the best part of it. I mean, breakout stellar performance. I mean, I hope she has the best career ahead of her, and all the props in the world. But the film itself was kind of a mess for me because it was frustrating because it was predictable. And again, I went and saw it because I was told it was going to be so fresh and new.
So fresh, so new, so full of meaning.
But I don't want to completely shit on it either, because it was still entertaining. There were still some little surprises. I mean, I didn't expect the whole cat thing to keep going as long as it did. So I mean, you got me there. But the thing with the brick, I didn't know it was going to involve a brick. But I mean,
suck brick, kid.
Also, a head smashing isn't also that new. That's kind of a newish trope in horror movies now. I'm kind of getting tired of seeing it. I'm still glad it's making money. I'm still glad that it's got a fan base. I'm just kind of having a little bit of FOMO because I wish I loved it as much as everyone else did, and I wish I saw it with fresh eyes. But I've seen this story a million times before, and it wasn't done in an offensive way. It wasn't, I didn't think the film was shot poorly, or the production design was bad. I mean, some of the acting by some of the supporting characters, I think could have, used a little boost. But overall, I really just kind of didn't enjoy the film, but I enjoyed watching Indy Navarrette's facial expressions. I mean, she was just phenomenal. I love that it's shaken up the box office. I love that it's overtaking corporate slop. More power to it. So go see Obsession. I will say go see it. For sure. Go see it.
Obsession, only in theaters.
Alright, so on to Backrooms. So Backrooms is one of those Zoomer things I really didn't understand until I watched a couple of the YouTube shorts, and I was entranced and got me pumped for this film. And I gotta say, that's the extent of my Backrooms knowledge. I didn't play any of the games. I know nothing about it except I watched a couple of the shorts. I watched the trailer, and that was it. So I went in knowing basically next to nothing.
Nothing, tra-la-la.
I was pumped because it looked really, really scary, and it didn't look like a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's or something. To me, that doesn't interest me. I don't know, maybe it was the extra gummy that I took or the jet lag from the East Coast flight back to the West Coast, but I was generally entranced by this film. I was like sleepy, but yet very awake and trying to like figure out what happens next. Like peeking around those corners in the back rooms was like very stressful for me, but also very interesting. That's what I'm saying about Backrooms is it gave me more of a sense of dread and horror than Obsession did, because again, Obsession was paint by numbers. Backrooms, while it was still a simple story and a little bit basic in some areas, it felt mostly fresh. And maybe again, that's because I haven't watched all the internet lore that everyone else knows about. It just felt new and familiar at the same time. I don't know, I gotta give the edge to Backrooms here because it just kind of captured my imagination and like intensity more than Obsession did, because Obsession, I could see everything coming. With Backrooms, I didn't know what the hell was gonna happen.
Yeah, go.
I liked that it ended up having, you know, actual themes of, you know, loss and the mental health aspect that it comes to. I think it had a lot more to offer than Obsession, and it has a lot more to chew on. Now, the thing I didn't love about Backrooms was the ending. I felt like there was just like more they could have given us before giving us that like final shot. And that final shot is great. I like it. I just felt like there needed to be more leading up to that. See, to me, it just kind of like fell apart in that literal like last 20 minutes, because it felt like they just like ran out of money or ran out of time and, you know, maybe didn't know what to do, or, hey, do we leave this open for a sequel or do we finalize it?
No sequel for you.
I don't really know the thought behind it, but all I know is how I felt watching it, and it felt just very rushed. And you know, that doesn't really make the film itself bad, in my opinion. It just, you know, it's just a little disappointing when you have an ending that's maybe not as good as it could have been. I don't know, like I wanted them to kind of like throw in another filler scene. I just wanted them to expand on the idea a little bit more, that's all. Make it a little bit more clear to your audience. I understood it, but maybe not everyone else did. And the acting in Backrooms is great. I think Chiwetel Ejiofor. I think the two lead actors in Backrooms are amazing. Now, is Indy Navarrette's a better performance in Obsession? Yes. But again, the two lead actors in Backrooms do what they need to do, and they do it well, and they make you care about their characters. So, should you go see Obsession or Backrooms? Yes, I highly recommend going to watch both of them. Support indie filmmaking. My only worry is that Hollywood is not going to get the right message from this last couple of weekends box office. I think they're going to say, oh, YouTubers made really great movies. Let's start getting YouTubers to make our movies. The point they're missing is that it's not YouTubers, it's just young filmmakers who are doing things independently for smaller budgets and doing it the way they want to do it. Not with big inflated budgets, with corpo slop, with all these like woke ideologies.
Stop him!
Does Obsession make it on my best of 2026 list? No, but it's not going on my worst list neither. As for Backrooms, I have yet to really determine that, because we still have a whole lot more movies coming out this year. We got Dune 3, we got Godzilla -0, we got Street Fighter. I'm really more excited for Godzilla more than anything. What are you hyped to go see this summer? What are you hyped for the rest of the year? What did you think of the Obsession and Backrooms? Let me know in the comments below.
Shut the fuck up!
As always, don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe to the channel, and keep those eyes red, baby. See ya.
When I'm not stoned, I got no place else to go.
Everything's all mixed up.
Fuck my life.
I can't feel anything anymore.